It is time for a new replay commentary, finally, after several weeks. I've been quite busy the few weeks, and so yeah, I know I actually announced to shoutcast a game between me and Hazops back in the Pro Ladder season in 2008, but unfortunately I will probably shoutcast Rudan versus Spiral in just a few minutes, so I don't have the free time to shoutcast the game anymore for now. So I guess this one will be as good as the game that I was actually hoping for to shoutcast, or let's say commentate, which was of course Hazops versus me. But yeah, so sometimes things change, and I'm still looking forward to the game versus Hazops though, because I haven't seen the replay for ages now, and I still remember that the game was really awesome. I remember that when I uploaded the game, it became replay of the week instantly. So maybe I'll just make the surprise a bit bigger for all of you guys. That would be awesome. I know, a bit annoying, because you guys really want to see the game, because most of you guys are pretty lazy when it's up to change the version, so it's most likely up to me to show you the game. Yeah, so beside that, we have Shishi versus me. So I am the yellow undead, of course, and Shishi's playing in red. He's the night elf player who just spawned close position on Turtle Rock. If you guys wonder why did you play versus Shishi, because you don't even play Zotac at the moment. Yeah, that's right. I didn't play this game versus him in Zotac. Furthermore, I played this game in a Clanwar. He's also in a team along with Thu, with Jumiko, with Nikar, and so on and so on. And yeah, so we met in the, I'm not sure which round it was, a few months ago, but I think it was the overall or the winner bracket final, but not grand final. So this is the clan war, which we won 4-2. Map score, it's more important to have a better map score, because the solo games were just best of one, and the 2v2 were only, or well, these are the games or the only game which is counted as a best of 3 at all. So best of the 2v2 was pretty important. Also, this game is, well, every game counts. So we have a close position with the Demon Hunter opening here for Shishi, and I'm a bit surprised that he's not going for a second Engine of War, because as you can see and as you can notice, he just built his Engine of War right next to the orange spot. So if you play as Night Elf on Turtle Rock versus Undead, or let's say in general, then the best spawn position for yourself is probably the position where Shishi just spawned in this game. The reason is because I just mentioned that before, that the Engine of War can be built here without getting any aggression on it. So you can easily creep the spot. You won't reach level 2 by that though, but you're close to it. So if you're also lucky, you might be able to get a good item, which is of course Claws or Glows of Ace. And yeah, you're pretty close to level 2. You just need like one small sea turtle hatchling over there just to reach level 2 by that. And as you can see, he just finished the creep with his Engine of War accidentally, I guess. I'm pretty sure it wasn't on purpose, because that would be a huge mistake. But well, it's Shishi, so it was definitely a big mistake there. So sorry for the sounds, but I'll turn the volume a bit lower, because it is a bit too loud in my opinion. And yeah, of course he's getting boots for now, and he just finished the creep. I'm coming a bit too late there, but I knew that he was creeping it. And as you can see, I just finished both green spots. One of his one of these green spots were just one in front of his base, and the other one was on the opposite here, just right close to my base. Yeah, I just finished off 2 archers, so that is a pretty good early for me actually. Creep jacking him, even though I couldn't kill or steal any creeps at all. But then again, well, yeah, I just killed 2 archers, and that's a pretty nice opening here as an undead. So and to be honest, he has a really nice building placement over there. So his Engine of Wonders just got up in time before he's at tier 2 in just a few minutes, and his Hunter Sword is also already ready, so he can get most of the people you'd like to say Sonic Vision, but yeah, it's called Ultra Vision. And so you get some more range in the night. And here's his around on the Demon Hunter. I'm not sure if he skilled Mana Burn first or Immolation. I guess it was Mana Burn, because as you can no, he skilled Evasion first. So he's still level 1, but he skilled Evasion level first here in this case. I guess Immolation would have been better. I mean, well, of course, my Demon Hunter still, my Death Knight is still level 2, or he is level 2 already. But well, the thing is that if you surround this Demon Hunter, there's a nice surround again. But is there once he's ready with the Immolation and he's getting surrounded, and he just needs to use it, and he's well, I'm not sure if he's getting always out of this surround. It depends on how many ghouls he has and if he's standing right next to the Moonwells, because then he can just use the Moonwells over and over again if he's getting surrounded. But otherwise, if he's just well, if he's just a few meters away from that, he cannot use the Moonwells in time to heal up his Demon Hunter, then yeah, he's in a big trouble and he has to TP out, even though he's using Immolation. But then again, Immolation costs too much damage on the ghouls already, so the undead is kind of forced to retreat, and that would also mean that the undead cannot really push the elf anymore, except he still has a couple of ghouls in his main. That would also mean that he's probably going for a 2 Rex rush then, and that's basically the best way to win versus Night Elf on close position, because I'm pretty sure that everyone thought that I would, well, most likely go for a 2 Crypt Ghoul rush here, but no, I don't really like that versus any decent Night Elves. I know that you guys seen it lately by players of Lucifer. Maybe he just started to play again, Sotak and other. I guess it was the only tournament so far, but yeah, he started to play again, and he suddenly started to stream as well. These Sotak games, and yeah, well, he used to Crypt Ghoul rush every single night. It doesn't really matter how good he was. I guess he felt more comfortable with that. So yeah, of course I picked up the Naga Sea Witch. Close position gives me a huge advantage that I have a really good first of all early game. I just killed 2 archers, but now I'm losing a lot of ghouls, and I guess you can see that he still has probably a breath left, or he just took the Moonwell, and now he can just finish off 3 ghouls with 1 breath of fire. That was one hell of a nice breath of fire over there. So I just lost like 6 or 7 ghouls just for that push. Tried to kill the Demon Hunter, so I got a bit too greedy over there. I felt that I was way better in this position than it used to be, and well, things might change real quick here, as you can see, when you have full HP ghouls, but then they just get breath in time and pretty fast. So as every one of you guys know, ghouls are not tanky units, so they dial immediately once they get focused, and most of the time there's even no chance to put them back into the base. Even the best micro sometimes cannot really save that ghoul in time. A pretty ordinary creep here for Shishi. Of course, he's using both heroes at the moment, but to be honest, I would rather prefer picking just playing with the Pandemic Brewmaster here solo, so creeping the spot solo and using your Demon Hunter just to harass a bit and burn at my mana now. That would be a pretty good opportunity to harass a bit and get his Panda on level 3 ASAP. I'm not sure if any one of you guys remember Thomas G, the Danish Night Elf, but he used to play like that. Once he reached tier 2, he just tried to creep a bit on level 2 as Demon Hunter, and then it was fine, because then he was just delaying time, just waiting for tier 2. And once he reached tier 2, he was just getting a pendant and suddenly started to creep out of nowhere 5 spots at the same time, kinda, and reach level 3 in just a few seconds. So that was the and well, once he reached tier 3, he just bought an orb and pushed your base with Panda 3, Demon Hunter 2, and yeah, orb staff, and at least 1 or 2 bears and 1 trident. That was already enough to hold the push versus gargoyles, because most of the time people used to play gargoyles. But I would be surprised if this strat that Thomas G used to play versus undead also works with undead who's going for fiends. I'm not sure. But yeah, back to the game. The Pandara Brewmaster is level 2 at the moment, so nothing special. Level 2 doesn't give you the best area of effect damage here, so he's using Haze and Breath of Fire. I feel like Panda is also a good solo creep hero. The reason why is because of the Haze. That Haze gives you the chance to, well, survive a bit longer while creeping without any Ancient of Wards, because creeps are starting to miss their attacks. I'm not sure how many percentage that is, but it should be quite a lot, because I feel like every that was pretty dumb here in my opinion. He just killed the level 7 ogre here, and furthermore he's not even finishing the spot at all. So I'm not sure what he's thinking right there. I think he just clicked a bit too fast, I guess. And that was a really dumb decision in my opinion, that he was picking up the Tomb of Experience with this Demon Hunter. Maybe I was a bit afraid of a creep check or something, because he had no TP. But then again, he has a staff and a potion of invulnerability, a big potion actually. So he's getting invul for like 15 seconds. So mana burn creep check here for me now on his Demon Hunter. But yeah, well, Elf of course can staff their heroes out, so he's just getting safe out there. And that was a bit funny moment for me, because that ogre did not really try to get back to the goblin merchant. Furthermore, he just tried to run back from my army, and that's actually a good position for me, because this watcher ward couldn't be placed better in my opinion. So it's right at this well, entry of the space. You can definitely see where he's going, and if there will be absolutely nothing for a few minutes, and it's pretty easy to guess where he's going for. And I'm not sure if I can see him at the moment, so no, I cannot see him. By the way, sorry if you guys or if I talked a bit too much now about the game and completely forgot about to switch players here. So we have 50 supply for me and 48 for Shishi at the moment. I have also, I just found a pendant of energy. I'm not sure where I did. I guess it was here in the shop. And level 2 lich with V-Scroll and a level 3 Nagasi, which of course, because she was the second hero, so she had to be level 3 because of that. Otherwise it would be pretty bad. She was still stucking at level 2. Of course he's just winning some time, just burning some mana. So once I'll try to fight, he can fight versus low mana heroes here, and that would also mean that he is in a really good position to win this fight quite easily in my opinion. Especially because when the Pandara Brewmaster is already level 3. Currently 3 ghouls sitting. I just broke the 50 supply block head supply there, and also just 1-0 upgrades at the moment, while, well, Shishi is still sitting on 0-0, and just left his Demon Hunter out once again. Took a bit damage of my Cold Nova, so before I get burned, I'd rather try to make some nice usage of my spells there before I cannot even use them anymore. So Turtle Rock is probably, I know that a lot of elves, or I remember that a lot of night elves in Europe used to flame this map because it's such a horrible night elf map, because it barely can creep here. But if you're clever and you know how to creep, then it's definitely not the worst night elf map in my opinion. He's finishing off the Fiend. I was a bit too slow with Burrow. Also, I used my Burrow a bit there, way too late there. So he just finished off 1 Fiend. And the reason why I TP'd here is because, well, you can see he's sitting on 3-6 bears already. Demon Hunter is almost level 4, and then creep check was huge. Like, I had absolutely no mana. I have 0 mana, like only 1 Nova left on my Lich. That would be it, and only 1 coil. And you can definitely not fight with almost slow mana heroes here with a Night Elf who just creep checks you from behind. That is, first of all, a really terrible position for you, and yeah, moreover, you will definitely lose the fight. afterwards, which also means that you probably cannot come back because of that, just by one stupid positioning there. And well, yeah, I realized that he's going for a lot of bursts actually. As you can see, he's sitting on 3 drides only, and I really love to play versus a lot of bears, because if you, as an idle player, you have absolutely no anti-air, and now he's losing 2 bears already. I'm not sure what he's thinking of right there. He still has 2 step of preservations ready, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't he had issues with lag or something. Now he's taking the fight. Nice breath of fire then haste, but immediately I just dispelled the haste. And I'm not sure, I should have at least 1 scroll. Yeah, I still have 1 scroll of feeling left. Mana burn on my DK, which almost had his call already. And yeah, well, I guess he just tried to save his death so he can step out this Demon Hunter there. And we notice on the minimap that he's going for an expo now at the 15-minute mark. It's a bit late, maybe it could have been a bit earlier. I remember that back in the old days, a lot of pro Night Elf players decide to build their expansion a bit earlier. Well, it's not that late, but well, it could have been better in my opinion. I'm still playing too passive. And if you play too passive and he's going for early expo, that's actually pretty horrible for another player, because if he's going for expo, he has definitely to skip a few units, which is most likely bears, of course, in the first place, and that would also mean that he has absolutely no defense versus an incoming push. So the reason why I wasn't really pushing here is, well, because he didn't really went for an early expo. So I felt quite fine here after the great early game that I've had there, and also I didn't really feel in a bad position here in this game at all. So as you can see, Shishi's currently sitting on 50 supply, also 400 gold in this bank, while I broke the 50 supply like a long time over, and currently I'm sitting on 69, and one of these bears is not really taking part of the creep stuff which is happening here for Shishi, and unfortunately he has no TP left, so he has to run the whole back. He has to run the whole way back, and yeah, well, he's losing his engine of war, but that's not so important. It doesn't really matter if he's just losing 1 building, which is completely useless anyways in the end. And yeah, I was a bit afraid. As you can see, I sent my ghoul to the red spot expo, because I knew that he crept it for a long time now, and I didn't really want to lose the game because he had an expo earlier, already up. Because if it would have been like that, then I wouldn't definitely continue to fight here. But as you can see, I have a lot. Well, I have 4 fiends, 2 abominations, and 4 destroyer, and 1 statue. And this fight is pretty bad for him because he just lost a lot of units already. Nice breath of fire though with the haste, but Scroll of Feeling is well, the best counter versus a Panda and Brewmaster, of course. And well, here is only 3 drides left, but with a lot of dispel actually. Maybe I was a bit too greedy with my scroll over there. I just tried to deal some more damage with Scroll of Peace. It didn't really matter in my opinion in this fight if I can use it until the end. Furthermore, I just tried to take at least some hits out with this scroll. So this expo is up already, it's running, but only 2 wisps at the moment. I'm sitting on 78 supply. He's just sitting on 24, and as you can see, he just lost so many bears in this fight, and that was really horrible. And it was not really the reason that he's losing this game now, probably because it was close position. The thing is that he lost this game, well, a bit before, is because on the top part, when he lost like 5 bears or 4, I'm not sure, that was most likely the reason why he lost this game. So he leads the game with the GG, and even though he has an expansion in his back, he has absolutely no chance to come back into this game. Yeah, of course, close position could be a factor why he now left the game, even though he just lost his 2 heroes. But there were games back then where Night Elf just lost his whole army and still managed to come back. But yeah, Turtle Rock is well, not the biggest map compared to Twisted Meadows, of course, so, or any other map where you have to run like 10 minutes, literally 10 minutes, to reach an enemy expansion. This is not going to happen here in Turtle Rock. Yeah, the big mistake here for Shishi was that he was running from this way to this one, while losing so many units that he actually needed for a fight. I was not really sitting on 50 supply. That means that I'm going to push him soon. I already have a level 5 DK, but that's also because I just killed his whole army and this Demon Hunter. My elite is level 4. I have 2-1 upgrades. I'm not sure how many upgrades he has done so far, but I don't think it was so much. And that's quite sad because you really need the upgrades. It doesn't cost so much as Night Elf, and you don't really want to skip them, in my opinion, because they are pretty strong, especially when you have tanky bears. It takes so much time to kill them, even with Mana Destroyer. So yeah, that was probably a game-changing moment here, even though it has never been looking good for Shishi at all in this game, because this early game was just embarrassing bad. Kinda, he just lost so many units, and he had absolutely, if I feel like, even no chance to survive in the late game, which is kind of sad because he had the chance. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the game. If there are any suggestions, let me know. I will try and to improve, of course. If there's something that I have to keep on or talk about, then yeah, let me know in the comments, and hopefully I can finally shoutcast the incoming game, which will be Hazard versus me. So thanks for watching, and